everybody, and welcome to a late night art stream once again, because we keep always doing these late at night. Actually, it's pretty decent right now. So tonight it's just a pretty chill art stream. Just gonna be working on this one scene. I might do another for another screen to make some detail and stuff. But I got this kind of drafted up, just a just chatting room, which I don't know when I'll ever do just chatting stuff, but it'll be nice to have in case like I need to make some announcements of sorts at like starts of streams, or we're just chatting, doing some event, waiting for people to like come in for doing collab stuff. And this is definitely the weird type of music to have. I'm gonna take a little pause on that. I'll select something else. Um, and then I have some character bus shot that I'm doing for a D&D campaign that we're soon gonna be starting. We just need to pick a date. But I need to finish this as well, and I just thought, I'll just stream the art. Because it has been a bit, and I do have the day off. My new job is pretty settled at this point. I'm done with training, and I'm hoping kinda to have a lower end of shifts. We'll see. I did say I was open availability, but I have some big things I really want to do this year. So I hope I do get to them at some point. I'm gonna try really hard to push for that, like ASAP. Okay, let's switch to some non-Halo music for the moment. Hopefully it's not too quiet, because right now it is on Genshin stuff, and that's usually quiet. Alright, now we should be all set. So, I am not really, I haven't really done perspective or a lot of background drawing before. So, why is this separate? What's on this? I never labeled any of them. I kind of drafted this up one night and didn't do too much more with it. Because a lot of this is just line work. Because what I want to do for just chatting screen is to like make it feel like we're in the same room together, like how other streamers will do, or just like even IRL streamers where you're in your room, you're seeing their face, chatting kind of like you're on a call together or something. Make it feel homey. Except that also means drawing backgrounds, which I don't really do. I will just slap colors on stuff, which isn't exactly the best. Or like, it's good for some simple stuff, but if you're trying to practice backgrounds, you know need to actually add some complex stuff. So now I gotta draw a window. I don't even know what I was doing in this part right here. Some of this is refiguring out what I was doing, because I think I did this at like 1 a.m. So kind of drawing like in between part of the window. It's hard to use an IRL reference because my window is huge in my room. I feel like these lines might be a little bit on the thick side. Yes, they are. That's what the issue is. Squeeze it down just a little bit. Yeah, I finally returned. Thank God. I've missed streaming and doing art on stream. I've done some art by myself, but you know, it gets very quiet. But new job is all settled and stuff, so I don't really have anything to worry about too much. Besides that, in my area it's snowing and people don't drive well in the snow here, so I'm a little bit nervous going into work tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm back and I'm hoping to join those collab streams again. I need to download Halo Infinite though, since I know that's the one game you guys have been playing. In which I'll just have to make sure I have whatever it needs you to set up. Because I have not actually played it. I have it, but I haven't touched it. Okay, that looks a bit better. I'm gonna see if I can actually finish this window off and then I can name the layer so I know what I'm doing. Actually, the window's probably like this, just besides drawing anything behind it. Which I might just draw in the window. It's all gonna be line art stuff for the moment. Yeah, and Halo is usually a pretty good. Oh, geez, I just saw that my mic is peaking a little. Whoops. There we go. I think that should be a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Halo's a really good multiplayer game. That's what I usually would play with my family a lot, anyways. So it's a good switch. Actually, what do I even want to be outside this window? I don't know. I'm gonna just draw some clouds. Or I'll do clouds with the coloring part because it's a little bit easier than at least like the one time I've done clouds. Here's the bookshelf. The bookshelf's gonna take the longest part. We're gonna be the longest part, and I don't. Why'd I do this here? So you're gonna want the bookshelf right against the back wall. So I don't know why I made it so small. But yeah, as long as I don't work a Saturday night, because I would have joined last Saturday, but I was scheduled for night, then they switched it up for the morning, so that was a little bit rough waking up super early. But hopefully if I'm not working Saturday, I can join, like this Saturday I can join, because that'd be really nice. It just pretty much depends on how often I'm put on, which I kind of hope not a lot. I don't mind because it makes... Oh, I did not mean to do that. Because it makes some, you know, money. But it's okay. I don't know why I thought a bookshelf worked like that. I don't know what I was on. 2 a.m., 1 a.m. drawings are weird. Go, and you can take out this line. Just fix that real... There we go. Oh, I gotta remember I have hot cocoa right near me. Someone gifted my mom a thing of Starbucks hot cocoa, and so I'm trying, and it's okay. I feel like it's just like too much cocoa powder though. Yeah, it's like you can really taste Hershey's cocoa powder in it. And it's a little too much. But usually I like to have like candy canes or some sort of like peppermint in my hot chocolate, so I might just have needed to add that. This might be a little bit too strong of a... I know a lot of this is gonna look very blocky because a lot of perspective exercises that I know of when I was in art school for a little bit was a lot of just you start off with drawing boxes in multiple different point of views, which was a little boring, but it's a very basic shape and easy to work with, so preferred over trying to do some sort of like complex object. Can you see too much at the top? No, I think that would look pretty average if it's not that big of a bookshelf. Now I need to put in some shelves and thickness of the wood. Can probably be about that thick, right? I'll see if I can replicate it. I can't wait for whenever next time I can do a YouTube stream. I'm off Friday. I have to see if I have any other plans then. Or if I'll have to, sub in for anybody since I said I'm open availability, so they can basically kind of plug me in wherever, but they'll have to, they usually tell me the night before for that, so not the best of timing, but it kind of works. But otherwise, really want to do a Genshin stream because I updated my Genshin, make sure everything's all right, and then one of my friends said, "Hey, can you help me in domain?" And I said, "Sure." Luckily, well, kind of unlucky, their domain was in the new area, so I tried not to look in any other direction but the domain door. Though, getting back on it and playing with my characters again, I'm just like, man, I really miss this game a lot. Though the controls are a little weird for me now, so I'm going to fumble a little, but that's okay. Okay, shelves we're gonna want, like, enough for like 3 shelves in there. I'm gonna put that on another layer, but I'm gonna name this one first. I'm gonna duplicate the layers because I'm a little lazy. I don't think the perspective is gonna change too much, but I can distort the layers, I think, to do it right. Minecraft music is really quiet. Got my OBS up on one monitor and it was just like so incredibly low. No, it's not 3D art, but I'm trying to like make it look 3D for like a just chatting screen. I do plan on learning Blender. I do have it like downloaded in some courses. I just need to finish downloading some of the stuff and start the videos, which maybe I'll do later tonight. You will have to see. Or I can do that tomorrow before I have to work. But I do plan on doing 3D art, especially because I want to make some custom stuff for my 3D model before I do anything else with it. So I'll have to learn how to use Blender. Because it's either, I think you use Blender or Unity to make custom assets. Because I want the horns to be asymmetrical, but VOD says no, so I have to do that myself. Same with the halo, I can't do the halo in VOD too. Mostly for anchor points it wants, and so I don't exactly know how to do it in there, so it'll be a lot easier in Blender. Yeah, with this I'm more trying to like kind of not really fool the eye, but it's just like present it as it looks more three-dimensional to give it more of a real feeling, but it's just perspective and very hard. But it's easier if I like draw the lines to make it look 3D just to help me figure out the shape. Because I'm not good at this stuff at all. Perspective is one big weakness I have, and the thing is you really need to know perspective in the art realm. So it's not a good weakness. But that is why I'm making myself do it with this. And then I can tweak it as I go. I'll have to draw the books in all separately. Though I may add more background stuff than just straight up books, so that I'm not drawing a bunch of lines over and over. It'd get a little bit tedious. The shelf look more... Ooh, the shelf needs to look way more back than that. Yeah, it's gotta look a lot more up. There we go. Yeah, maybe once I get used to Blender, I could actually stream when I mess around with that for VRoid stuff too. Because I don't mind, like, not making my homemade VTuber any kind of secretive thing. It doesn't really need to be. Especially because I use it for other images. Yeah, VRoid it's what the 3D VTubers use. So there's Live 2D, which is made by the VRoid Studio people. And then VRoid Studio is for all the 3D stuff. But it can be very limiting. But so if you see any 3D VTubers out there, they're going to be using VRoid for their base making. I don't know if... Yeah, I think even if you do make a full 3D model in Blender, you have to put it in VRoid to be able to then use it for streaming stuff. There might be ways around it, but I'm not 100% on that. Because I'm still trying to figure out how to get that to work for face tracking stuff on like your phone. There is a program or something, but I haven't fully researched it yet. Does that look back enough? It looks tilted. Can I untilt it? That a bit better. That's a little bit better. Yeah, VRoid Studio and then Live 2D R3 are free, sorry. On Steam. VRoid Studio, you can relatively make your own stuff. And then there is free assets on a website called Booth. So you do have to have like I think it's a Pixiv account or something to use it. Yeah, I haven't messed around with the Live 2D program that they have since I think you have to have a model and import it, but I haven't messed with it since I want to go the 3D route for a good chunk of stuff, and also because if you ever have someone make one for you, 3D ends up actually being cheaper. I don't know why, because you make a lot of assets, but I guess it's because with Live 2D or just 2D VTubers, you have to have a lot of like animations and a lot of cut art just to rig it to make it look 3D or present itself to be more real. Well, with 3D, it's less of an effort. It still does take time for anybody though. Yeah, Live 2D I haven't messed with a lot, but that one I know is also free. I have it in my Steam library, I just haven't downloaded it since I don't have a use for it just yet. Okay. That bookcase, yeah, that looks pretty straight. Copy. And we... Wait. Just... Oh, it didn't duplicate, that's what it is. Whoops. I'll even them out a little more once I get the third one in. Just so then they have good spacing. Besides that one being a little bit more pushed away on accident. I think I did something to it. Go. The bottom one's a bit big. That one down. Which means middle one, the top one might be able to stay as it is. Besides fixing where the lines meet, that's, oh no, this actually needs to be up just a tiny bit more. Is that good enough? Yeah, I'd say that's pretty alright. And now we can just condense them all down. There we go. We'll see if I actually get to the D&D bus shot characters, because I might end up just doing this for a bit. Especially if I'm getting into the groove of it and I'm not suffering from doing perspective, I will take advantage of that, because I don't like doing perspective just because I don't know how to do it. Or at least do it well. Just touching up some of the corners. Now once I get some of the other detailed stuff in, I'll come back to the bookshelves to see what I need to put in it. I want to see if I can put like an Xbox controller in here, but I need to see if I can even draw that. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, I might try to draw figures, but I'll have to see. Because I have a lot of figures in my actual room, but it would be basically like drawing a whole nother character and putting them in. So I'll see what I can possibly fit. But I definitely want to draw like an Xbox controller, because I use that quite a bit in any gaming stuff. And just kind of things that are like mementos. Maybe I'll draw, I have a unauthentic Fumo. Maybe I could do that, because that shouldn't be super bad to draw. Because it's basically like a doll. Same with any of the FNAF plushies I have too. But I will draw some actual books. Sometimes I wish I had Legos, but I have a cat who will try and eat cardboard and knock a bunch of stuff down. But then I also have a ferret who is not going to know any better to not put that in. Well, she'd kind of know not to put it in her mouth, but I know Oreo could just knock it down, my cat, and it's not going to be helpful at all. But I do find Legos cool, and I like the whole building process. I just wish I had someone to put them. Then I'd actually buy some. Alright, I think that's an okay bookshelf. I'll probably look at some references for stuff after stream. Oh, why'd that notification go off so late? Yeesh. Stream Elements is probably just gonna be delayed because it's been so long, so it's not used to me even using it. Ooh, I'm gonna look that up. That sounds interesting. All the Lego Star Wars stuff looks really cool. I mean, I really like the Lego Star Wars game. I didn't ever finish it, but I kind of want to. I just need to find where we have it even in the house. 'Cause I'm the one that has the Wii in my room. Oh, that thing looks freaking cool. I've seen some builds like that. It does look pretty big though. And holy, yeah, that's really expensive. 650. Oh my god. I mean, that's Legos, I guess. I don't know if Legos are usually always expensive. It's been years since I've had any, but holy crap, that's a lot of money. Alright, time to work on this really prison-looking bed. First, we're gonna draw a fluffy pillow, because this is such a bad pillow. I need to look up a pillow reference to like get a good pillow shape. Yeah, it would probably depend on like how popular a series is. I'd expect probably all the Star Wars stuff to be real expensive. I don't know, when I think Lego, I usually think Star Wars just from the Lego Star Wars game. And anytime I think of the game, I end up wanting to like rewatch Star Wars, because I always end up forgetting some part of the plot. I wish it would stick in my head more. Because it is like a neat and cool story, but I always end up forgetting part of it, and so then I'm like, well, shoot, now I need to go rewatch it. I need to just watch it enough times, like just binge it over and over. That's not a real pillow shape. They dip. Well, I guess it depends on the type of pillow you're getting. I'm more doing these as decorative pillows rather than realistic to what I have, because well, I'm gonna be drawing more than one pillow on here. I only have one pillow on my bed, besides one that is like near like where my knees are. But I'm usually a back sleeper, so I have like a special pillow because my neck is just bad. Which is probably from art. But that happens. And as I say that, I straighten my back up. Yeah, I kind of want to like look at Clone Wars. I have not. I've heard good things about it though. Because I have a few friends that are into Star Wars. I actually have a Star Wars game on Steam that I need to play because a friend bought it for me because I put on my wish list think like, wow, yeah, I kind of want to play this and get into Star Wars a little bit more. And I have not downloaded it since. But I do have it, so I could play it. Like the many other games I have to play. I've been achievement hunting on some games like Phasmo, Demonologist, which is another like ghost hunting game, but more demons than ghosts, I guess. It's kind of ghost hunting, but it presents itself more like you're hunting, like you're exercising a demon, because the last thing you do to like finish out around is you exercise stuff, which you know you usually exercise a demon, so. And then I'm almost 100%ed with both of those games. Then I'm trying to do the same with a rhythm game, Mustache, which I'd play on stream, but I get so focused in that I'd end up not reading chat for a good like solid 5 minutes every time I play a song. I get so focused. This is a decent looking pillow. Without any detail, that is. You know what, before I do that, I'm gonna draw in some detail. This one can get some detail. Maybe if I get like a good weekend free or like 2 days in a row, maybe I'll do a Star Wars binge. Like I've still never seen The Mandalorian either. Oh, for some Christmas presents I got a pull-up bar, which I have on my bathroom door. I have Ring Fit Adventure because I want some more exercising stuff to, you know, get more muscle on myself and also, you know, just exercising. So I have those. I got some figure shelves since a few of my figures were crowded on my desk, so then it kind of became a problem. So I got some of those. What else did I get? I think I did get some food. Like, I really like freeze-dried strawberries. I got some of those. And then, let's see. I didn't get any books, surprisingly. I usually get books for Christmas or my birthday because it's just a really easy thing to get me because I read a lot. But I stopped reading for about a year, so I can understand why nobody got me those. But I've gotten back into reading. I'm trying to get through all my FNAF books. So I have so many that I haven't read, and I want to read them all, finally. Trying to actually, I have a picture somewhere on my phone. I feel like I got something for. I got my favorite goblin some Christmas presents. I got her some toys, and surprisingly, she really likes them, so that was a good purchase because she can be picky about, like, she wants it to be like fish shaped and crinkly. So, like, it has a little bit of crinkle on the inside. It can't be like any certain, like, paper on the outside because she'll tear it. Or at least I've seen one of my other ferrets tear it, and so I don't want her to end up trying to eat it. Here's the picture I had. Did I delete it? I probably deleted it. Oh, there we go. I got a sheet set for my new bed that I'll soon have. So I'm soon gonna go from a twin bed to a king bed, which will be super nice. And then I just got some like decorations for my car. I have this little kind of like Deadpool on a bench. A little decoration that goes on your rearview mirror. And I also got a handheld little vacuum because I really want one of those. My room gets so dusty and animal hair in places that is hard to reach with my normal vacuum, so doing that with a smaller one is a lot easier. What'd you get for Christmas if you don't mind sharing? Trying to make these pillow wrinkles make sense. A little difficult. Because I'm just going off of a stock image for how pillow wrinkles are, because my pillow looks very different. nice. Oh yeah, I think I remember you talking about the controllers before. The Lego set's got to be really cool though. Lego sets always look so cool. And nice how you got some clothes. I'm hoping to get some new clothes because I just had to throw out some pants from my old job because they got stained with um food scent and I do not want to wear them around the house. They got grease stained. Yeah, glad you got all that stuff. Sounds really nice. Oh damn. Is that how a like how long like the big Lego stuff usually takes? Like a week or two? I think this is an okay looking. The wrinkles definitely look, but I think it'll be better once it's actually in some color. Oh dang, a whole week. I mean, hey, at least it looks good, and as long as you make sure you have the space, and it's all really worth it. I hope you had a good New Year too. Do you have any New Year's traditions? Usually I'll have a New Year's tradition of doing some Wii bowling with family. And okay, I'm gonna skip this song. There we go. Wait, this is okay now. Ah, okay. Yeah, I know some people don't have New Year's traditions, just like they just don't have one. I have one of like playing Wii bowling and drinking sparkling cider, like the grape juice or the apple juice one. I'm okay with either. And kind of doing that to midnight, and then see who falls off goes to bed. I want to have a tradition with friends, but people are usually busy with family. It'd be cool if maybe in the I guess it would depend on how big it gets with the collab server about doing something for New Year's too, or close to like holidays, but I know a lot of people are with family, so it's a bit hard to do that kind of stuff. But it'd be cool. Alright, we're gonna make more pillows. And raise the back part. Maybe I'll add like a third, but like more shape decorated pillow. Yeah, especially because people are busy, so it's hard to do. But I get that though. Don't know what other kind of funny shaped pillow I'm gonna make. Cause then I gotta think of how to like shade it. I might just distort these other pillows. Otherwise, I would have thought of making a cat one, but then I'm like, how's that really gonna look though? I'll probably add stuff as time goes on, but I kind of just want to get this one like pretty basic down, but have it as a challenge. Because if I can get myself into doing perspective exercises and it be this stuff, I'm totally good for that. Just because the practice would be very good. Little tiny pillow. But can forget what the thing is. Is it gonna be no, that's not what it is. I think it's called mesh. No, that's not it either. Cause I know it has distort, but it might be warp. Okay, but it's gonna have me re-drag it places. Want to look fluffy, kind of. I don't know if that's really gonna work, but I guess we'll see. It's alright. I'll probably just like do a big batch of just drawing plushies for the bookshelf and maybe throw some on the bed too for some more decoration. And I do actually have a stuffed animal on my bed. I don't do the whole like I'm gonna put a bunch of stuffed animals on my bed and then have to take them all off. I wouldn't be able to stand that. Just because you'd have to do that over and over and over again. So I usually end up having my plushies. I have the Fumo, unauthentic Fumo. I should probably just state it as that because those authentic ones, they cost so much and I'm not doing that. If it looks the same quality, I don't care if it's not authentic. But then all my FNAF plushies are up on a shelf behind a bunch of my other figures and they're raised on soda boxes because I don't have it. I can't do shelving behind there because I can't reach. It's a little up a tad bit too high, but I can put them on soda boxes and stack them that way. Maybe I'll show my figures at some point. I have a lot of them. Not as many as other people though. Like definitely not that many, but I do have quite a bit. I do still want more figures, because I have Vocaloid figures, but I don't want more Miku ones unless it completes a set, because I want to have some more, like, other colors. So, like, I don't know how much people know about, like, the other Vocaloids, or Vocaloid in general, but, like, I want Luca, she has pink hair, but her figures are kind of expensive because she's just a rare market. Some Rin as well, but they're usually 50-60 bucks, so it's a lot. I have a few Tahoe figures. I wish I had more, but they're either super expensive or usually out of stock. I have one Chainsaw Man, like Power from Chainsaw Man figure, because she was a good price, and she somehow became one of my favorites. I have a lot of Vocaloid figures. Not all of them are Miku, but a majority of them are, just because she is easier to find. I have 6 Demon Slayer figures. They're the Band Presto ones. And I mean, they're pretty good quality for like the price you get them for. They're like 25 to 35 bucks a piece, and they're pretty good quality for the price. And then I have a special 1 million subscriber Jane Animations figure. I kind of want to have her release another figure that isn't the anime one, but I think it'll be a while before she does that. Because I think she was going to have a collab figure with Terraria, and I haven't seen that up, but I might need to recheck the store. Yeah. I want some of the bigger Demon Slayer ones too, but I haven't really justified it in my head because I have not watched the newest season of Demon Slayer. I've read it all, but I haven't watched it and kept up, so I don't feel justified to get a bigger price than $30 figure. And I also don't have room in my Demon Slayer shelf anymore. All those 6 figures took it up real quick. But I want some of the Funko Pop, like, I think they're usually like 6 inch to, I actually don't think they're 12-inch, but they're like good sized figures for FNAF. I really want some of those. There's a Lefty and Puppet one, and yeesh. Puppet is one of my favorite FNAF characters. I really want that one, but it's like 76, 80 bucks, if I remember. So I won't do that if I get a good paycheck whenever I get my new paycheck stuff. Or if I can ever get a Throne account, but I have not looked into how you get those because I think you have to have a code for that from a pre-existing user. I don't really know many people who have Thrones or many people who even stream. I have 4 friends who stream. They all don't do it incredibly often, but one of my friends has gotten back into doing it. Meek Manatee, he's gotten back into doing it. But I haven't been able to catch streams because every time he streams, it's while I'm working. Yeah, actually, while I'm thinking of it, let me look at the Terraria shop. Because I really wanted to try and get that. And it was supposed to release in 2023, but I don't think that ever came out. Terraria shop. Yeah, that figure never came out. I don't know what's happening with that. Ooh, Berserk figures? Actually, while I'm looking up stuff. Oh, some of these aren't bad price. I'm just like, I clicked on Amazon to see them. Some of them are really expensive, but there is a lot of attention to detail, so it is somewhat justified, but it is still a lot. But they have all the Berserk ones I'm seeing on just on Amazon's stock are like really well detailed. I didn't mean to close my browser, but it's fine. I don't think I'm gonna be doing the OC bus shot thing for my D&D character, which is where I would have needed references anyways for like the armor. I'll get to her at some point, but we're waiting on starting the campaign. We just haven't decided a good date that works with everybody. Because some people are in school while some people are doing work. So it's a little tricky to figure that out. Yeah, sometimes you have to like justify, is it like really enough detail? But if you don't look on Amazon, there is Mercari. I think it's 1 or 2 eyes in it. That I've also found some good figures on, but it is more like you have to communicate with the seller, so it does make you talk. Because you can sometimes bargain a little for a little bit of a lower price, but I've seen they usually, at least in a Vocaloid case, they will have lower price figures, like maybe a good $10 lower, but I've seen a Toho figure be $40 less than what it is listed on Amazon, so you might hit luck there with Berserk ones, but I know there's some other figure buying places, like shops online, but I don't know how good or trustworthy they are, so I can't recommend them. But I've got some off of Mercari. I'd say it's pretty good, and they are required to list the quality of the figure, since usually they'll either like say they're new, or even if they're pre-owned, they have to like give pictures and descriptions of like if there's any dents or parts of the paint chipped, or if it comes in its original box, because people will otherwise keep them in the box. Some people do sell like new figures in there, but it kind of depends. I don't know all they have. I think they have furniture there too. I think it's just a selling website, but I only know it for figures. Right now I need to find a good blanket. And it's funny how I've made a lot of my stuff about like I use the star emotes on stuff, on some of the stuff I do, or like the emote is like the sparkle emote listed for like Apple phones, but it's basically a star. It's not glitter. But I like all the star emotes, even though my persona is not any way related to stars. Be kind of cool, but I didn't really want to do a kind of galaxy themed stuff. But I do really like stars, so. I mean, my bathroom it's not covered in glow in the dark stars, but it does have quite a bit of glow in the dark stars, just because I like glow in the dark stars. They're kind of funny. Draw like a nice kind of neat bed. I don't know how to like not draw a square bed. My bed doesn't have a frame. I don't ever have a bed with a frame because my cat will go under it and start tearing up the like sheet under the mattress and destroy the bed. So I stopped having a frame under my bed. So then he'd stop going under there and ruining it. And also because then you just lose stuff under there. So I had no purpose for it. It's one less thing you gotta buy. So I have a mattress. I think they're like called mattress boxes, and then the mattress on top. But when I get my king bed, it does come with a frame, but I'm not gonna keep the frame. But I'm gonna have the mattress box, a mattress, and then I'm gonna try for a mattress topper because I've had one before. They are comfy. So that would be really nice. Just as long as it is not exposed in any way for my cat to try and eat it. Because he's not very good about that kind of stuff. He will keep eating cardboard and it is so annoying. He's not very responsible. I've kind of gotten him to knock off the cardboard habit a bit, but once in a while I'll see him have some. And then I get him away from it. But still, it's a tad annoying that he even thinks to do so. That makes it look that. Do that something. It's a little bit better. A little too much on the floor. I could probably make the bed a little bit higher, actually. Trying to make sure it doesn't look like a prison bed. Because it's just so flat. That's because I haven't put anything on it. Got the bed as a whole, so just a bit taller. A little bit longer. Is that too long? No, that's a decent length for a bed. Just gotta scooch it down some. Oh no, wait, doing that is going to distort it like that. Oh, I'll just have to fix that line. it's gonna be too strict of a line at night. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. I hope I can stream next Thursday. I mean, not next Thursday, this Thursday. I really want to play Genshin again. I just don't, like, want to do it off stream much, besides if my friend needs help with a domain. And then I want to get back into Windcraft, especially because now that my computer's been wiped, I fixed all the issues, and then I have Windtills back installed. Then I also got the Voice of Wind installed, and I'm in their server too. So I might try for a part at one point, but all the parts I have right now are like things I don't think I've even done even in my like level 50 run. So I really don't want to spoil myself. So if I can blast through more Windcraft and get past that, I might try to do some voice stuff, especially because the new zone is apparently going to be sooner than I thought. So then there'll be a ton more voices to do. And I want to be a part of that. I don't really think of doing voice acting as a career, but it is kind of a fun thing to do. Though I don't know really how much my voice changes when I do it anyways. But it's fun to try. That's not what I meant to do. It would be nice when I do all the line art and stuff and rendering. I mean, this is kind of a sketch, but really, sometimes I just duplicate the sketch and then recolor it. And there we go. Because I don't want to do a full thing. If the sketch is good enough, then the sketch is good enough. Just do it in one phase, but make it look a little bit neater. Some places. It depends on what I'm doing. If I want to do like an actual sketch or just line art, but in one solid color and then do it. It's a little bit... I don't know. I can't use my own bed as reference. For Lego Star Wars, I would think like just due to popularity it'll rise the price for the Legos. I would think from how I've seen the Death Star builds, and just based off the size, I'm guessing they're probably more than 500. But that's just a guess. I'm not 100% on that. You'd probably know better. But I would think that, or any of like the real big like aircrafts that are pretty big, it's probably gonna be a lot of scaling off of size. Oh god, what is the Death Star gonna be like? Freaking $1,000? $1,000? Why'd I say bucks? I honestly, that's believable if it is. Hold on a minute, I want to see if I can do this midstream. My stream elements might freak out. But because I'm covering part of chat, you can reverse the way that chat does flip. I try and do that. Let's see if it lets me do. Oh, okay. At least I think you can change the style that you have chat in. Oh, I thought you could, but I guess you can't. try something. I don't know if it's gonna immediately show up on stream. I don't know how connected this is. I think that's just really gonna flip everything upside down. Yeah, I thought I could flip it. So then text would just come from top to bottom. Oh, I just realized I refreshed it. I'm gonna type something in chat to make sure I just didn't break it. I could've. I did press the save button, so it might have reset it. I'm just gonna do a command. Okay, I didn't break it. We're good. I just accidentally should reset it. That's on me. Oh, okay, so I was right on it being that expensive. Oh my god. I think those people that got like the whole Lego Star Wars collection gotta be having a lot of money for that. And then a lot of room too, because those things are. Go. Kind of trying to make it look like kind of a bit of a fluffy bed. I think it's looking a little bit flat, but I need to erase all these lines. And I actually could. That's not what I meant to do. Turn that off. Just so then I can see how the bed actually looks a bit better. Oh yeah, that's a lot of Lego pieces. It is definitely like worth the price. It's just still a lot of money. Yeah, it's worth the price for like all the pieces and all the work you have to put into it, and just how big it is as a whole. Probably draw it a bit more of a blanket at the bottom. Yeah, it's alright. You round this out a little bit. I hear my cat yelling at my door. I do not know how long he's been there. I hope he hasn't been there for that long. I'll have to let him in a minute. Alright, come here, Oreo. I'll let you in. But you better not immediately walk out like you tend to do. Come on in. Come on. Come on, I got warm air in here. Oreo, get in. In. Thank you, bud. And he struts in here. Are you gonna try sitting in my lap? Alright. Come here, my boy. Yeah, fluffy cat. Now I got a lap warmer. Except he may try to attack my art pen. He doesn't like it. For some reason. I don't know what it is about my art pen, but he does not like it. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, I wish you luck with your shower. Don't get soap in your eye. It hurts a lot. Don't do it. Man, is it bad that the Starbucks hot cocoa tastes better cold? Just, there's too much cocoa. Alright. Now I got my cat in my hands. So I need. If I had an actual camera, I'd show my cat. And I don't exactly have photos of him on my computer. Just know that he's like a very basic white and black kind of looking cat. And he's got very like kind of pale green eyes. A little black nose. And he's a very fluffy big cat. He's not like a Maine Coon, but he's definitely part Norwegian cat. It's a rescue. And so we don't know what breed he is, but he's one of the big breeds. One of the ones who really should be walking, but we don't have a sidewalk near us. But he very much does love to play, and my parents have dogs, so he's entertained. I feel like this is maybe a little too stiff looking. But I guess not beds are like gonna be super duper fluffy or anything like that. Just needs some like kind of texture to really bring it out. I'm still an eraser. Oh. kind of fold that in just a little. I need to go closer. I should do this right. Oreo, don't you think of biting me? He's thinking about it, chat. He likes to be a little mischievous. Trying to think of ways of like to give this texture and make it look a lot more real. But also kind of get the bed quality I want. Gonna pull in that just a tad. Want to at least get all the outline done. Maybe do the plushies on my own. So I'll have to keep looking up or putting reference in my face. That. It. If I had my bed actually made, I might be able to use it for reference, but I also don't have a fluffy blanket. I got a very light blanket. But that's because I warm up a lot during the night. So it's really all I need. Sorry for scratching against the mic. I don't know how much you guys can actually hear that. OBS says you can. I don't know how much you guys can. But I do not want to hurt anybody's ears. As I would not like mine hurting, so. But even with all my like noise gate stuff, if I accidentally rub against it or tap my headset at all, it at least signals off that something can be heard. I don't know really how much can be. I don't find it worth testing though. It's just like, oh. Really, it'd be better if I had like a separate mic from my stuff. But one, I don't have the desk room. Two, I don't find an exact need for it. And those are kind of sometimes expensive. I guess it depends on the brand, like anything. That's not what I meant to do. I think I might go for. I'm gonna try and shoot for 2 hours. I'm enjoying my time, but I do also want to game bit tonight with some people. So I either might go to 2 or just till it's like 10 p.m. for me. In which you guys can't see the time because I'm blocking it. I do not know how to get rid of the taskbar that shows up on my computer over here, like all this stuff. I don't know how to get rid of it because when I tried to crop it, it did not crop it. It just blew up the screen. But for me, it is 9:09 p.m. So either I go another hour or I go to the next hour. It's pretty close anyway, so. I'm tapping it with my art pen. Luckily, he is a pretty clean cat. I just also make sure to not, poke where I know a lot of his fur is. He sheds like any other cat, but he's not as bad about it. I think just because he rough and tumbles with the dogs, so then he kind of gets out all that loose hair there. Or when he does a bunch of climbing everywhere. He is hyper for such a big cat. Big as in he's a bit chonky. But he's alright. He's a little bit put on a diet, which he's responded well to. But I know what the vet said, that animals lose weight pretty slowly, like compared to humans, and especially since, one, he's a cat, two, I can't walk him, like outside at least. There's not really much I can do to make it go by faster. Like I've seen like dog weight loss journeys. You can't really do that with a cat unless you're in that kind of neighborhood or have the resources. What else can I do for this bed? It's really, I have to make this look like it's more off the. I think it kind of relies on this looking a little bit more popped. That shape may help, but I think I need to do something else. Shape helps a bit. I think because it needs to look less like part of the blanket, but more like one of those fluffy comforters. It can still have some kind of wiggle in it. Curves from it being round, bed being made over and over. And because usually this part is just folded over of the comforter. But I still want to give it some character. But also make it look like a fluffy bed. See about raising this line a little. See if that does the trick that I want. A little bit and more just made it look like it's taller. I think it's because I need to straighten this out just a tad or like make it look a little round. I think it's the roundness actually. I talk like I know what I'm doing. My god. And then when I throw some plushies on here or something, I'll make sure to like add wrinkles. So then it's still realistic but fluffy. All poofy, nice and soft. That's not half bad. I feel like some of these lines could be a little bit better. I feel like this one actually could move for a tad. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. I don't think I add these ends, but I can add texture to the actual end itself. Am I? I think that's okay. There we go. Looked a little bit too disconnected. That's a pretty okay bed. Now let's add this back. I think these pillows might need to be a tiny fluffier. Just a teensy bit. Because I want to... Oh, they need to be tilted. That's what I need to do. Because I want them to, like, you know, stand out as being... trying to do 3D, but also... just fluffy. Close enough to the pillows. Oh. Love when Steam notifications just pop up out of nowhere. I don't know how to stop that because it's capturing my displays, so... Oh, bye-bye, Wario. He's just going off into another part of my room, so I got my legs back. To put this onto a new layer. Tiny bit bigger, kind of overlap the comforter a little. Not too much of a tilt. fridge and back. So then they look like real big and cover some stuff. Because more overlap does help to bring out shape and how big it is in perspective to everything else. Ow. I had to stretch my leg since I was keeping my legs crisscrossed just to hold my cat in my lap. Otherwise, he'll slip out of my chair. Here we go. I'll still have to bring this pillow down because otherwise it looks a little floaty. Select. Oh, I'm pretty much just about done with the bed. Kind of just made it look fluffy, gave a little bit of texture. Not the best bed, but I haven't really drawn a lot of beds, so it's pretty good in my books. But I'm just finishing up making the pillows look a little bit more real or not as flat. Though a lot of it will come down to the rendering and like shading and stuff with these. And then I don't know actually what I'm gonna move on to next. Where's that line? Oh, I need to move stuff down, that's why. Yeah, luckily there wasn't too much, just kind of adding some lines, finishing stuff up. The only thing that sucks sometimes when you're doing copy and paste is it makes everything look extra fuzzy. Why it does that? It used to do that in Procreate too when I used to draw in Procreate on my iPad. I don't know if that's just because of the function and because you're scaling sizes, or if it's something I might be doing. The pillows are still gonna look a little weird because of the wrinkles. But I'll probably fix that on my own. Those look a little bit better. So now I should name that bed. This is, which really this should be down here. This is supposed to be kind of like the desk mat. Because I've seen like, I had to Google quite a bit of this kind of stuff to find inspo, but like, people like have desk mats or like kind of like a keyboard or something here. I don't really want to draw a keyboard or a mouse, just like a decorative desk mat. Except I think no, I won't draw the one that I have though, but I'll do something with it. I'm not sure if I might just do characters I'm interested in or funny colors. And I can speak. Drinking a lot of water today. That's probably why. I have some water near me. I just been otherwise having that hot cocoa. Oh yeah, I'll do the chair. I just need to look up a good reference for that, oh boy, that's gonna be an odd shape. And then I gotta make that a separate asset so then I can squeeze my PNG tuber in between it like a sandwich. But yeah, I'll be making the chair too. I'll probably try and copy the exact one I have. But different colors, probably. And not the little hole like kind of where the headrest is. Just because it's an odd shape. Yeah, I'll be making the chair as well. I'll probably do that off stream, or I mean, really, I don't know what else to do with the desk part besides decorating it. I need to decide on how I'm gonna do that, but I can merge these two layers. Just actually first gonna make sure this is the desk. Okay. And And then this pole right here is supposed to be like, is gonna be a weapon, but I have still never fully decided if I want my persona to have like, my persona slash me. I don't really play much of a character, but I just kind of say my persona. But I always don't know if like I really want kind of like a spear weapon or if I want an axe. I think there is a combo though weapon. I think it's a javelin is what it is, so I might do that. Actually, let me look up. Let me make sure I'm right on that. Nope, that is something else. That's a missile. What's the name of it? I'm gonna have to look at D&D weapons. Because I do not remember the name. If it'll actually give me an answer. Okay, we're gonna look at D&D and Beyond. It might be a halberd, actually. That sounds close. Yeah, it is that! And we're gonna bookmark that. Because I think I might make one of those. Because those look cool. And are like a good kind of in between. But now, what's the brand of my chair? Emerge, okay. I can get kind of as close as I can to drawing this type of chair. Just without the little... Some of them have headrest pillows and some of them just have a random space. I'm not going to draw that space because it's a little weird. I think it's just so you can actually put your own head pillow there, but I don't. So let me... Because I can actually drag this down and I can show you guys. So my gaming chair is basically one of these, except the gray parts are blue. So I chose the blue version. So otherwise it was that, or I think the only other one in stock was like white. And with all the animal fur, it'd really show. So I'm basically gonna draw that. Or at least get a general shape down, because it's a little tricky. Kind of. I'll have to depend on like how much of the chair you see, but I'll probably draw more than what I'll actually need. And draw this in blue so I can see it a little more. What I'm doing. And thicker lines. Because I know the armrests go under my desk, so I don't really need to draw those. You get symmetry on. Holy heck, that is going to help so I don't have to do both sides. That might be a little bit big, but I'll scale it afterwards. Kind of get some of the stitching in of how they do it. I'm not gonna fully go for it at the moment. I really just need the outline of the chair before I can even do any of the inside. But this is a pretty nice chair, especially compared to my old chair was a chair that one of my neighbors had on the street. So we got it for free, and it was in decent condition, but it's a mesh chair. The problem with mesh chairs is that if you have a cat with claws, they get their claws stuck in it. And a lot of pet hair gets in there, and it is not easy to clean at all. So I ended up not using it once I got this chair. I just immediately, it's in my closet right now actually, because we haven't figured out exactly what to do with it. Because I don't know anybody who wants it to like kind of give it away. We can't really put it on the side of the road to, pass it on to another person. There's nothing else wrong with it. It's just that it's a mesh chair and it's not easy to clean at all. So then may see about offering it to the neighbors or see if somebody else in the family has another use for it. Like if they need a better office chair, which I mean somebody might. Sometimes somebody can always use a better office chair. This is similar to shape, except I feel like the top isn't this big, but I think a lot of this is a little too big. Yeah, because it's definitely not that wide. But I can shrink it down just a tad. If I had streamed more this month, I was actually hoping of doing something for my birthday since I don't plan on doing anything IRL. To like get affiliate then, but I don't stream enough to do so. I want to. I might, if I can fit it in Thursday, I might try and do a double stream. That'd be cool. Or try and do some longer streams. I mean, if I work less, shoot, I'm just gonna do that. What else can I do the switching pattern? Because there's like the weird hole in headrest kind of part, so let's kind of cut that out, line it up a little. And I probably won't put the teal that I've been putting with stuff because it'll be a little bit bright. I'll need to see what other colors I put in the room to like go with the chair. I don't know if I'll do blue, like my actual chair. We'll see. Definitely not this blue though. This is like a little bit too dusty for what I'd like in the room. It's a nice color, but I'm more just using it for the line art purpose rather than what actual color it'll be. I'm not 100% on that. I've definitely seen that you were a lot more into Halo than I am. I very much only know the games. I mean, I know of the book's existence, but that's only been in the past few years that I knew the books existed. And I still haven't got my hands on any. Boy, I should put those on my Amazon list for birthday potential. But I need shelf room. I'm actually running out of shelf room. Though I may just need to get rid of a few books that I haven't really touched in like quite a bit. Oh, okay. Oh, I might need some more shelf room and I don't know what books I could get rid of. I have some. I think I have a cookbook that I haven't touched at all. Because I like to, you know, bake occasionally and get recipe books, but I got one from someone who didn't want it anymore, but I don't think I have any recipes I can really pull from it either. So I did over Christmas break on my trip get a Genshin cookbook. It's not an official one. I want to see if Genshin has an official one, which I can actually look up right now while I'm thinking about it. I kind of doubt it though since they're not done with the game. But there is an unofficial one which I found and it has recipes I can actually make. Mostly, I think a lot of it's from Mondstadt recipes, which is the more European German based off nation. So then it like includes potatoes and stuff I can easily like just get from a grocery store. Oh no, I don't have any of the Halo books yet. I only knew of their existence like 3 years ago. I want to get my hands on them though. Especially if they do like pertain to some lore and they're not kind of like stuff that doesn't really matter. I do want them. Same with some Minecraft books. Like one of my friends for Secret Santa got me a Minecraft book. That's like I think it's a series of 12 or something. And it's like this person they like they got like thrown over a sea or something and then they are like in the Minecraft world and then they're like trying to like understand it or something. And I haven't read a lot of it, but I know it's a big series and if I can get myself back into it after the FNAF books cuz I have a lot of them, Um, Amazing about getting the rest of the series if I can find it. I don't know how hard it is to find. Ooh, I want to look at that Halo cookbook. I like cookbooks, but I try to make sure I can get the ingredients. Because like if Genshin had a cookbook, but it was only like leeway recipes, which is all the like that's a Chinese based off nation. That one, I don't have an Asian market near me. I couldn't get the ingredients. Luckily, the unofficial one is just mainly Mondstadt stuff, so easy to get because it's all European based. 70 recipes. Well, I don't usually make all 70, like all the recipes in a book, but I do kind of, pick and choose. And I'm sure it's on Amazon. I'd show the Amazon, but I'm on somebody else's account, so that is not my information to share. Oh, it's a pretty good price for that, too. Huh. On the, like, Amazon listing for it, that's an interesting hot chocolate recipe. It's like one of the first ones they show. I mean, I'm glad it lists things pretty well. For like, even how much it actually yields and whatnot. I like when they do that. Not all, like, if you look up recipes online, sometimes they don't really give any kind of serving size, and then it's just, I don't bother. I've noticed gaming cookbooks are usually pretty good. I don't have one, but, well, besides that Genshin Unofficial, which seems to be the only official one. Or at least the only one out. But again, miHoYo or HoYoverse isn't done making Genshin, so they might not even... I don't know if they're even going to release a cookbook, but they might not, just because they're going to cover 8 nations in the game. So it's going to be a lot of recipes for a book. Okay, this chair is quite big, so let's shrink it. Get a little bit tall. We'll just have to make sure this stays on a separate layer so then I can squeeze the PNG tuber between it. And hopefully sometime this year, the 3D model. I really want to do that this year, is debut the 3D model that I've made. Except I still have stuff I want to work on it and, make assets for, as it doesn't have the proper horns or the halo and the proper set of clothes I want, because all I've gotten is free stuff and what it gives you. But I wanna make like a over the shoulder jacket, or like you can't even do any vests on Vroid, so you have to make your own. So when I get those stuff, I really want to debut that this year at some point. Not sure when. I do not have a date. All I have is I want to do it this year. Yeah, and I want to make sure it works here as well. So come on. Come on, pen. Let me name the layer. There we go. I think I might try and add the stitching detail of the chair, just from like the picture. And of course, things will be recolored to look more fancy when I get there. Ooh, those sound good. I've never had fish nuggets. I've had few fish sticks, but I don't mind them at all. So that sounds good. I just always have to check with cookbooks if like, hey, can I get this where I am? Like, is it easy for me to get these ingredients? Because then otherwise, there's no point in having the cookbook. Like, I have a Japanese. It's like sous chef cooking stuff, but I'm not near an Asian market store. The nearest one is like 2 hours away. So it's not easy for me to protein stuff and make sure it is still good quality on the way home. I mean, have a decent enough cooler, but it's more about getting there and then getting back. But I'd love to make some of that stuff. Chair kind of has like these little arcs. Which I can probably use. Hopefully it's not symmetrical. Here we go. Hopefully that is symmetrical enough. Turn that off. It's the front thing. Yeah, I'll see. I'm gonna plop that Halo cookbook on my Amazon list. And whenever I get a throne list at some point in the future, I need to see how you get that. Because I haven't looked. But I might put it on there as well. If I don't, get it before then. The throne stuff is pretty neat. I've never actually like done anything with people's thrones, but I've looked on them before. I mean, it's a pretty good website for making sure you can get stuff from people, but it still keeps your privacy. At least from what I know, I think that's what they advertise themselves to do. And that's looking pretty alright. Definitely gonna have to do a lot more decoration stuff. I'm gonna name this Albert. Yeah, I looked. It's pretty good. I'm saving up my paychecks to kind of knock off some, like, not serious debt, but just some debt to knock off stuff just this month, kind of clear some stuff. I don't know how much I'm gonna get paid on my new paycheck though. But once I kind of figure that out, I'm gonna see how much extra money I got to get some things. Treat myself a little for finally getting a new job, and my birthday is really soon. So if I can hammer out a bunch of streams, that would be cool. What was I gonna do? I think I could at least draw the base of a halberd. Because I want to do like a special design on it, but I don't know exactly what off the top of my head at the moment. But a lot of this stuff is going to need decoration, so I have to move the chair. We push it out of the room. Actually, change the color of this so it's easier to see. Gonna make it purple. No reason for the purple, but just for some more color distinction, because this room's starting to look all the same. Do the weapon details a slightly darker purple. I do really want to make this new year a lot more progression in my art, and I want to do some like fan art stuff. I haven't done fan art in ages because when I posted more on Instagram in the early days of my account, I would do character fan art, but I want to do some like VTuber fan art too. So show some appreciation, and also cuz people have references out a lot easier now, so draw that to the actually I should probably draw this stuff on a separate layer just in case I need to move it up and down. Okay, so I need a kind of fancy blade. I'm just gonna do the basic blade that a lot of them seem to have. Kind of just like it's out like this. Gives a sharp edge. It's very close. A little bit of a curve. This is a lot of thick line art on accident. I kept the same pen size. Kind around just a bit. So it kind of looks like a flame in a sense. But I might change the design somewhat to kind of match stuff, make it a little bit bigger in certain places. But I'll have to figure that out when I actually know what kind of design I want. For like anything special to be like, oh, this is my halberd. That kind of thing. And kind of have like it's like flame. Looks like crescent moons. Which I'll probably that's gonna have to be warped because this is gonna be like more looking behind. Kind of, I think. I don't know. Perspective is weird. Probably should have started from the. And this a little. I'm gonna erase this. Oh wait, here we go. This part a little corny. That's okay. Make sure to save. And I'm gonna make sure I draw this, get this a tiny bit bigger to match. But still make it look like it's behind. I don't want it to like match the other size. Tad bit bigger. That's pretty alright. Lines are a little bit uneven. Can quick those. Oh, where's this dot? Bookshelf? Bookshelf. Glad that wasn't hard to find because I hate having to find that one little mysterious dot. On which several layers are you? Luckily, a lot of my labels, like layers, are pretty well labeled and grouped. But you know, sometimes there's always just that one dot. Won't go away. just kind of like a spear on top. That may not be the most even. And not really. It's not even to this side. Here we go. That's a tiny bit better, I think. Still a little tilted. Probably be better if I actually used the line tool, but I really want to. Actually, I don't know if it would have worked better. It might have started tweaking. Okay, here we go. That should be. Yeah, that's better. A little bit. There we go, that should be a bit better. Yeah, and then I'll add like a more custom design to that. Alright, I'll keep that on a separate layer for now, just because I'll probably special design that. Trying to see. I finished labeling all my layers. Outline, and we probably could decorate some of the back. Now, in my room, I don't have a whole lot of decorations. I have a few posters, and you know, the figure shelves in some places. A lot of my decoration is just my figures. But once I get my new bed in place, I plan to put some of my more posters up. I just want my final bed placement, since I knew I wasn't keeping the twin bed forever. But I may see about little stars. Kind of more to be along the back wall. I don't know why the line tool keeps doing that, where it starts to fade at points. It's weird. Okay, and then it probably just stops at the bookshelf. Put some wall. That's not what I meant to do. And then none really needs to go near the window. I'm not gonna put a curtain because I want to like do some lighting in here. We'll see how well that goes. I may go to the curtain idea, but we'll see. Put a star little here, just a little one. There we go. It's all right so far. I may try to like decorate with a in quotes poster. Maybe like if I commissioned. Actually, I don't know if you can put commissioned art on the back of it. Probably have to talk to who you're commissioning for like, hey, is it okay? And I like put it in the back. Like put it in, you know, credits in the stream for like, hey, this art is done by this person or that kind of thing. Or I may, you know, like have the poster and then have the person's like their tag on the kind of outside of it, but just like noticeable enough that it's not like taking up all your focus, but it's still there, so it is accredited, and then also put it in like, you know, the bottom of stream credits, which actually I do need to make that on my Twitch. I mean, most of my stuff is made by me anyways, but just to kind of get it started. Alright, now to draw the actual stars. Which I'll probably just do one, and then copy and paste. A lot of Toho music right now. I'll switch it. If it'll let me. What is even up next? We're going to the Minecraft music. I hope it's hearable. Turn up just a tad. Trying to do a decent star, but I don't want to be strict about it. That was close. It's a little bit better. Size a bit, and then I'll just resize the stars as needed. No, almost there. I'd use the straight line tool, but then you have to erase all the insides. Actually, no, you still have to do the same anyways, but... line tool. Just a tad more. Need to make the little wing bits a little... Not wing bits, but... This part's a little bit bigger. So it's a pretty small scale star. Gonna erase the inside parts. Bad, not bad. So tiny. Now we're gonna make it bigger, which may make it a little bit blurrier, but then we'll fix that. I may make some of them more the like diamond looking stars or like primo gem looking stars. That's not what I meant. Let's skip the sun in just a minute. I listened to a lot of the Toho stuff on here already, so I just want to hear a little bit of the other stuff. There's 8 hours of stuff on here. It doesn't all need to be Toho music. Yo, we got a little bit of Genshin. I'm gonna close this, by the way. Save it? No, because all I did was turn on a layer. Probably finish that one on my own time. Or another day. So let me fix this line first. Do these lines that are just disconnected. Oh, I need to see what they have in there. I haven't seen any of the new Halo Infinite weapons. Like, if there is new ones, I haven't seen any. I'm gonna download that tonight though, just so I can set up any stuff so I can hopefully join Saturday. If I'm not scheduled, I will most likely join. I download it right now. I was just about to do that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's probably going to lack some stuff. I don't remember how big it is, but I would hope it doesn't. But I do got a few things open that would give me trouble. Oh, okay. Sorry. I hit my headphones, so I don't know if that came through. It's on the side with the not the microphone. Okay. I might pattern them. Just gonna have to do this. Go. Duplicate again, and ungroup them all. Now do the ones all on the back roll first, because with these I'm going to have to distort them, so then it looks like it really belongs on that wall. So, oh, it's already 10 p.m. Well, I'm not gonna close up even just yet. I want to finish this. Not that far. Shame. Kind of want to go here. Because then we can put a small one right there and two small, which will look a lot better. Drag this one all the way over here. Round. Oh, I should look at something. I don't think I know anybody. Oh my god, so many people are hopping on lethal. I was gonna see if any of my friends were live, but they are not. We're usually not live at the same time, so I can't. Hopefully it doesn't lag. Okay, no, we're good. Score. Is anybody lab server live? So then I can raid them after. That I like semi have seen. I haven't checked out everybody yet. Especially since the server's grown quite a bit more. Okay, so the few that I do know aren't streaming. I wanna try and raid some people at some point. I just need to like find more people to raid. But anyways, back to this. I'm gonna have to distort it and squish it, because doing this kind of works. Actually, it does fully work. Need to make it look a little bit on some side, so let's see. Yeah, nah. Scorpion VTubers? Yeah, I actually don't think I've seen one before. I mean, even with the whole cockroach VTuber, I forget how to pronounce her name. But she's one of the newer VJojo members. Like, I don't think there's ever been like a cockroach one before. And then she appeared. I don't think there's ever been I at least haven't seen a scorpion VTuber. You know, plenty of foxes, dogs, or cats. They're usually common, but that's also because they're pretty common animals. Sea life ones, some of them are common-ish. Not as common. I don't even... There's probably some zombie ones too. I haven't actually thought of that. Yeah, I've never seen a scorpion one before. I think one of my friend's games is crashing. I don't know how much the Steam notification shows. I can see it on my side, and I know it flips down to here. But it's a little annoying. But I don't want to like straight up turn the notifications off because I kind of like them. It's just kind of crappy that it will flash between my monitors. Now we can. Oh, I want to make any of variant size. And I'll make this one tiny. It's itty bitty star. Not that itty bitty, but I want to see I'm thinking a different program. I feel like there's a command key of doing multiple layers together, but I have to look that up if I remember. I didn't mean to keep duplicating layers. Okay, there's only 5 stars. Merge the layers. Oops. That's how the star lines. And this will be that 4-point star. I'm gonna want the summoning tool for this because this star always bugs me. I'm just gonna draw it right here. Symmetry tool off, and wow, I think that's the fastest I've ever done one of those. Alright, now time to put it over. Where is my mouse? Alright, we're gonna move you here to start. Pretty good place for you. Oh, I see what looks off to me. It needs to be a little bit more pointy. This look a little less pointy there, and there we go. And now to duplicate a bunch of times. Then I think after this, I will be wrapping things up. And then hopefully, as long as no plans pop up Thursday, I will be streaming on YouTube Thursday. And I'll for sure 100% be Genshin. I'm not going to like abandon Touhou or Windcraft, but I really want to get back into Genshin. And then of course, once I catch up on Genshin, a lot of stuff will probably just be updates and events. I don't think I'll really grind a bunch on stream just because that's kind of boring for Genshin. So I'll probably just catch up a bunch, do a lot of more story update stuff, any events that pop up, and then otherwise I'll still do Windcraft and Touhou in between, and any Twitch streams. But I really want to get through that story so I don't get spoiled. I have luckily so far not been spoiled. Thank God. Like, of course I've seen new characters and stuff, but that's fine as long as I don't start really like knowing the lore or who they are. As if I've seen them, I mean, I saw the leak stuff when I was still playing Sumeru. That's fine. I just don't want any like, here's part of the story and I'm going to put it in your face and spoil it for you. I don't want that. And luckily I've not gotten that either. Even with being on Twitter and following some Genshin fan artists, they have not done that at all, so. Almost. I've almost scrolled on one, but I wasn't following that person, and I usually don't scroll my For You page on Twitter, so I just went off of it, and it was fine. Oh, I didn't realize I did that. Did I somehow put them on the same layer? Well, okay, we're gonna drag Whatever this star is. Okay. Now where are you? You're over here. Okay. Over. Put a silly little star over here. Size. This one we're actually gonna make a tad. This is still attached. There we go. Duplicate. Gonna duplicate again. So let me get these last 2 stars out of the way. It's the copy. Is it over here? Why'd this one move? What the heck? Back over? That's weird. I didn't even touch it. It's that one. So then you have to be the. There we go. Alright, now we have to distort these 2. Okay, there we go. They're right next to each other. It's a little hard when I haven't given them any volume to make them really pop out. Just like any kind of little lines on them. But I don't think I'll do that. I'll probably just get it a lot more with the coloring. Alright, now time to draw the layers. Oops, oops. Not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. Where's my mouse? Darn it. Okay. There we go. Now I just need to double check what layers are what to make sure I don't merge everything into proper places. Background stars. And I'd say this is pretty decent. Without adding a lot of decorations and coloring. So I have to really decide what I'm like gonna do here. In terms of like, am I gonna put a character or just some colors? Yeah, it's pretty good for now. Especially since I won't be using this for a little bit. Till I'm like done, and then I'll just kind of like probably add decorations as I go, but color stuff in eventually. Yeah, I'd say that this is a pretty good ending point. And so next time I stream, I hope to be streaming Thursday on YouTube for Genshin. I'll, make sure to update my Twitter and Blue Sky about that, on if that's gonna happen or not. But that's what I'm hoping to do. Really hoping to do that. So I do thank you all for joining me and just watching me draw art, pretty much. Or if you joined alongside me. And so next stream will hopefully be on YouTube. On here, it'll probably be, I actually don't know what it's gonna be. It might just be more art. So I'll put my YouTube for people to find. And then this command is still a little bit janky because I gotta separate it all. But you can easily really just click the card link and find everything. But otherwise, there's Twitter, Instagram, which I kind of forget about, and Blue Sky. And so I hope you all have had a wonderful stay in the Haven, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye!